Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Today we are covering the Germany v Denmark game in Euro 2024. So let's get this timer started. Okay, we're 3 minutes in. Bit late to the stream today, doing 2 streams this afternoon and now, but we are here for it. Now, this will be, and Germany have just scored. Oh well. I was going to say it was going to be a good yardstick to see how good England are in comparison to Germany, but they have literally scored in the first 3 minutes against Denmark. It was easy as that for them. Wow. Okay. Oh, VAR. We've got Michael Oliver as ref and Stuart Atwell on VAR. Okay, the goal doesn't stand. Never mind. Okay, this game will be a good yardstick to see how we compare to Germany, given the fact that we had a very underwhelming, if we're being honest, 1-1 draw against Denmark. So let's see how Germany fare against them. Okay, get your result predictions in the poll. I'm just going to post this now. We're praying for a Denmark win tonight. Hopefully it can be as easy as possible for England. And this has been the tournament of upsets, so I would not be surprised if Denmark were able to pull something off here. But Germany, having said that, Germany have looked very good. Okay, Denmark coming forward. Germany are having none of it. Musiala on the break. Kimmich looking very threatening there. A shot, but great save from Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel always does have those amazing saves in him, but then at the same time, he seems to let fairly easy goals go in. So let's see if he can avoid that tonight. Okay, wow, that looks like another great save from Schmeichel with a header that was on target from a long way out. Germany are absolutely peppering Denmark at the moment. Okay, Germany are passing it around the back. Neuer on the ball. How old is Neuer now? We've got to have a look at this. Manuel Neuer. 38 years old as a goalkeeper. Wow. Wow, that is ridiculous. And he's still number 1 for Germany. Okay, Germany playing it around the back. Building your. Okay, Germany taking hold of this game now after an early start of domination. What's up, Nav? How's it going? Oh, Germany shot and save from Kasper Schmeichel. Jesus. Jesus wept. What do you make of the game so far, Nav? Germany are absolutely dominating them. Even Havertz is having great shots. Kasper Schmeichel just saved that with his face. Denmark about to get battered. Yeah, from the looks of it, it's not looking good. It also makes England's performance against Denmark look even worse because at the moment, Germany are all over them. We've seen more shots from Germany in this first 10 minutes than we saw from England in 90 minutes. It's actually quite bad. England's so mid. I mean, it's hard to argue with that at the moment. Did you see Fab's post? I didn't. What was it on? Sorry. Did I miss something? What did Fab post about? Delete. I saw it earlier today. Yeah, I did see that post. So it's fairly on point that Musiala shot. It's fairly on point that we could go for delete. Let's just have a quick read of it. So Fabrizio Romano said Manchester United made contact with the player's name that I can't say, Camp, as he's one of the options being considered as new centre-back, including Braithwaite. So we would go for De Ligt as well as Braithwaite, which is interesting. how much money do we have? So that's like 100 mil on centre backs with them two, at least. De Ligt open to joining United even with no Champions League football. Bayern could sell De Ligt this summer up to Man United decision. Okay, well. So if the ball's in our hands, it's just negotiating a fee, which hopefully with the new infrastructure, we can get him for a decent price. I'm still not 100% sure on De Ligt. I think the only question mark is the injury record. As long as the injuries don't pop up, then I'd be happy with him. Hope you guys get De Ligt 0 to 5 every game. Ha 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 ha, says Christian. Well, welcome back, Christian. I bet you're feeling rather happy with how Germany are playing right now. Maybe some departures already confirmed by the club as why we are spending. Yeah, there's been a lot of links for obviously. Well, Varane's obviously gone, so that leaves up a lot of money in the wage bill. Then we've got Lindelof, who's been linked with, I think, Fenerbahce or a club in Turkey. And who else? Harry Maguire supposedly maybe up for sale. Scott McTominay maybe up for sale. Although I don't see Scott McTominay leaving for whatever reason. Varane was on like 400k per week. Yeah, so we've saved a lot of money from Varane leaving. Who else is there from centre-back that could potentially be leaving? So that leaves us with Martinez, Evans, Maguire, and Willy Cambuala. So yeah, we really do need two solid centre-backs now. Leroy Sané baiting a free kick there from the ref. Yeah, we really do need two solid centre-backs. So it's interesting if we do go for Branthwaite and De Ligt. Because that's got to cost 100 mil together. But then where are we finding the money for the midfield, the striker? Because it also came out. So if we're going based off of tier 1 sources on the positions that United are looking to sign, we're looking at a left centre-back, a right centre-back, a striker, defensive midfielder, and left-back. So if we're looking for a striker, defensive midfielder, and left-back, surely we've got to be selling more players. So potentially Jadon Sancho being sold. Mason Greenwood almost definitely being sold, so that could fund the left-back maybe. But defensive midfielder, it kind of makes me think that Casemiro has to leave. Because how are we going to be able to fund all of these transfers without selling somebody for like a decent amount, like 50 mil? And Casemiro to Saudi, we could potentially get that money. What would your 5 centre-backs be for next season? I think Johnny Evans could actually stay as a 5th choice centre-back. I honestly do. But if it was up to me, my 5 centre-backs would be Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, De Ligt, and Jared Branthwaite. But yeah, I'd say them 5. So Willy Cambuala, Lisandro Martinez, De Ligt, and Branthwaite. Honestly, sound like you guys might be the next 115 club with these funky finances. As long as we get rid of players, it's all good. Like, we've got a lot of talent there that we can at least get 30, 40 mil for, like, a pop. But Sancho and Casemiro also on like 350k per week. Yeah, we could make a lot back from them. So it's an interesting one with Casemiro, though, because it kind of feels like he wants to stay. So if a player wants to stay and Ten Hag's not necessarily pushing him out, it would be more down to the board that would get rid of him. Because I haven't seen anything which would suggest that Ten Hag wants to get rid of Casemiro. I would go for Martinez, De Ligt, Yoro, Willy, and Evans. Yoro won't join the club though if he's not starting, and De Ligt will not join the club if he's not starting. So I think there's a bit of friction there, and then you've also got. So you would have to sell. Well, Varane's gone. Lindelof, Maguire. I think that would destabilise the defence a bit too much. Bro wants Maguire and Evans to stay. Maguire and Evans were very decent for us last season. I mean, Nav can vouch for me. Like, if we're being honest, they were okay last season. Like, how many Harry Maguire memes did you see last season, Christian? There weren't any because he actually played fairly well. But in comparison to the years before, where it felt like every week he was making a mistake. I love Evans. Yeah, Evans has to stay. I mean, he's won a Champions League with the club. Come on. Eighth place is the only meme I need to see. Conference League is the only meme I need to see with Chelsea, man. Have fun in conference, mate. Only Sir Alex Ferguson signing left of it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, crazy. Also, you've got to think with Evans being in the lineup, being in the like 5 centre backs, he's essentially the Phil Jones of the squad, where he's there to fill in like desperate cases or like really early FA Cup or Carabao Cup games. So like Evans is solid. He's a good player to have. He played way too much football last season though, when he just shouldn't have had to play those games. That's why he kept getting injured. That's my point though. Martinez is quality. When he was out, you guys were in problems. Yeah, but like that's the whole point of a squad. Like, we're not keeping Evans to start him week in, week out. We're keeping him for like games that don't really mean too much. Oh, who was that? Was that Ericsson? Bloody hell. Ericsson almost getting a shot off. Also, Evans is not much on. Is not on much either. Yeah, exactly. I think Evans. He's a great player. He's won a Champions League. Like, having your 5th choice centre back is kind of like the 3rd choice goalkeeper, like Tom Heaton. Like, he's just a good player to have around. Boost morale, all of this sort of stuff. Add experience, add a bit of steel. He's won Premier Leagues, all of this sort of stuff. Like, why wouldn't you have him? But I do think getting rid of Maguire and Lindelof and having like a completely new centre-back squad would be a bit of a step too far. I think keeping Maguire would be good because also, whether we like it or not, Maguire does have good experience as a voice in the changing room. You see it with England, you see it with United. Yeah, that was undermined when Cristiano Ronaldo joined. But Harry Maguire does give you something. Like, he's not a bad player. He's not an 80 million pound player, but still, Harry Maguire's not a bad player. So to have him as potentially a 3rd choice centre back, really isn't bad. Really isn't bad at all. Lindelof is quality for you. He plays with bums every game in the national team, so fits in perfectly at United. Lindelof is not quality. He is not. Nah. Maguire isn't bad, but his stock is at its peak now. Oh, that's a good point, Nav. That's a good point. If we were to sell him, it would be now. Now would be the time to do it, because we could probably get 40, maybe at a push 50 mil for him. But I think his worth is better in the squad. If we want to finally have a packed out squad of decent players, then keeping Maguire is not the worst thing. Okay, wow. So Germany have had 57% possession, 6 total attempts, and 4 corners. So they have really dominated this game so far. But who would even pay for his wages and inflated transfer fee? You could see an Everton buying Harry Maguire or any mid-table team. You could see a Brighton buying Maguire maybe. 100%. Thoughts on United pushing on to Debo with their lawyers? I think it's very smart. I think it makes no sense why we wouldn't be able to buy him. Like, obviously, clubs are linked and all of that sort of stuff. But if we're paying the going rate for him, or even a little bit more to justify it, I don't know why we wouldn't be allowed to buy him. It seems a bit weird that we wouldn't be allowed to. Oh, Ericsson. Oh, Denmark shot, but it's over the bar. Denmark are in this game, by the way. So Germany started very strong, but it looks like they're kind of just playing on the counter-attack now. I think you guys are stuck with him until his contract expires. When does his contract expire? Let's have a look. Harry Maguire. Contract expiry. So his contract expires in 2025, actually, so it's next year. I did see a report, though, that if we don't sell Harry Maguire this summer, then we're going to trigger the 1-year extension, which would mean that he's with us until 2026. He's 31 years old now. It is a hard one. Maybe I would cash in on Maguire. So if we've got Martinez, Braithwaite, De Ligt, Willie, and Evans. So it would pretty much be a trade for De Ligt and Harry Maguire. But I feel like it's very risky. It's very risky. It's kind of like a De Gea Onana situation where we can get De Ligt, but at the same time, we're getting rid of an experienced Premier League centre-back who had poor form for like a year and a half, but then has been performing for the past year. So what do we risk? Do we get rid of Harry Maguire and gamble and go with De Ligt? I don't know. Everton, West Ham. What about Ugarte? In my opinion, very smart signing. Ugarte would be good for you. I haven't actually scouted Ugarte. Let me have a quick look to see initial thoughts. So is he the DM for Paris Saint-Germain? We were linked to him, weren't we? Apparently we were putting in offers or feelers for him. So he's currently worth reportedly 45 mil euros. So that's like 37 million pounds, 38. Let's have a look at some of his stats. Okay, so he's a DM. Doesn't grab that many goals or assists. Like, literally, we're looking at a goal or assist every 13, 14 games. Injury record. Pretty much no injuries. Yeah, no injuries. He's missed a few games because of coronavirus and an arm injury in 2021. I'd have to actually watch him play, but Ugarte looks... From all the face value stats, he looks pretty good. Let me have a quick look on a few of his stats. So... I think he's okay. Do I think he's amazing? Wait a sec, let's look at his actual stats. Okay. Here we go. He's got a few dodgy stats in here, to be honest. He's been dribbled past 46 times in the league. He's picked up 5 yellow cards. So shows that he's a bit reckless. Tackles won. His tackles won percentage is a bit low. He wins a lot of tackles, but his win percentage is low, so he must go in for a lot of tackles, but just doesn't win as many as he goes in for. He's been dispossessed 14. Sorry, he's been dispossessed 24 times last season. And in terms of creativity, his creativity stats are non-existent. He seems okay. I think he's still developing. He's still only 20. Oh no, he's 23. I don't know about Ugarte, to be honest. De Ligt is trash. Why even sign him? Flop at Bayern, flop at Juve. Easy De Ligt. He's not trash. Nav, Dutch bias aside, Bayern don't sell good players. Look at his stats for Uruguay last match. Let's have a look. I really don't pay attention to I really don't pay attention to international football stats, if I'm being honest. Because it is kind of like just playing with your mates who speak the same language as you. Denmark. Oh, crossing. And they win a foul on the edge of the box. Okay, Denmark coming alive in this game. Not as easy for Germany as everyone once thought. They leave when their contract expires. They never sell. Paulo Dybala would make a massive difference to our squad. I don't know about that, Albert. I don't know about Dybala. We've already got Bruno Fernandes, so I don't know if... And also, we've got Mason Mount to cover for Bruno Fernandes, so that position is definitely covered for. Bayern have been a mess for the last 2 years or so. 5 yellows ain't that bad. It's not that bad when you look at it like that, but when you look at it in comparison to other players in his position, he's in the bottom. Let's see. He's in the bottom 14% when it comes to players in his position, picking up yellow cards. But this is a problem because you've always got to factor in, if they're picking that many yellow cards up in their league, how many yellow cards would they pick up in the Premier League when it's a lot faster paced? Ugarte is like a Ndidi type. Oh, Denmark. Denmark in the box. Cross. And it's gone straight out. We don't need Joshua Zirkzee. That's for sure. What makes you think we don't need Joshua Zirkzee, Albert? What's going on there? Bayern being a mess, but still better Asna. God is good. God is good all the time, Christian. Okay, so Albert is saying that Joshua Zirkzee can stay in Bologna with the Mafia due to his Mafia ties, which you've got to factor in. Do we want to sign players with Mafia ties? Probably not. Probably not. We do need a striker though, 100% do. I'm quite confused with the Joshua Zirkzee signing though, in all honesty, because yeah, you're investing for the future, but at the same time, we've already got a young striker, so how is Ten Hag going to balance between him and Højlund? Like, they're both going to want game time. Germany on the attack here. Denmark defending well though. United are experts at signing alleged criminals. I think Barada wants to build 2 starting 11s like City. Hopefully. Also, I'm not very familiar. Well, I've done a scouting video, but I still need to edit it with Joshua Zirkzee. I still need to add a few finishing touches. How would you describe Zirkzee's playing style, Nav? Rashford is definitely off, isn't he? Rashford is definitely off. Well, he was crying at the FA Cup, at the FA Cup final because he potentially knew that was his last game. But it all depends really. Who's going to buy Marcus Rashford and who's going to pay the money? Match suspended. Wait, what's going on here? Michael Oliver suspended the match. Lightning. Wait, what? Wait a sec, so it's... Wait, what's going on here? The match has been suspended because of lightning? Wait, is lightning going to strike the pitch or what? What's going on here? It would be pretty peak if if the players just went down the tunnel, because then you've just got the fans who are still exposed to the lightning. Like, what's going on? He's a link-up striker who drops to the midfield to create chances for wide players and attacking midfield. Ooh, okay. That could offer us something different to what Højlund is offering us then. MK Dons might be interested, or actually seems about that, at that level. I mean, based off of the performances last season, Christian, I'm not even going to argue with that, but if we're looking at Rashford at his peak, he's a player that you've got to watch very carefully. He's fairly creative as well. But we kind of need a striker who's going to stay in the box, though, don't we? Not one who's going to drop it. Like, I don't know. It's a hard one. I feel like... I wish we signed Harry Kane last season, to be honest. A lightning bolt can carry 300 million volts and 30,000 amps. Wow. It's like a hybrid between a 10 and 9, but more on the 9 side. Okay. Lightning is crazy. Your house is 230 volts and 80 amps. The stadium will have a lightning protection, but I doubt they want to risk it. Rashford can come to Hereford United and bring all his lunches with him. Okay, I guess we know where Albert's based. Rashford at his peak would be perfect for PSG. Rashford as he is now is about League 2 level. I think that's the reason why PSG have just completely dropped their interest, even though Mbappe's leaving, to be honest. Because if they wanted, they could sign him. I think if they offered like 60, 70 mil, we'd get rid of Rashford. But I don't see anyone offering that now. Oh, wow, the players have gone down the tunnel now as well. Rashford is like a poor Mbappe, pretty much. It's bad for Rashford because before Mbappe hit the scene, he was the new young kid coming about, but then everyone saw Mbappe and were like, oh wow, he's younger than Rashford. He's more exciting than Rashford and all of this sort of stuff. And then he got constantly compared to him. So just to get this straight, all of the players have gone down the tunnel, but the fans are still there, exposed to lightning where they could get hit by it. What is this? Mom, can we have Mbappe? No, we have Mbappe at home. Rashford. Oi, we got to back the boy. Rashford's given United a lot of magical moments, you know? They don't care. Who remembers that photo of Rashford and Mbappe? Is that one where it's like, Sonny in it with Jesse Lingard now? Like what Rashford actually asked him. Also, if you haven't already, guys, drop a like on the video. Need to keep the YouTube overlords happy. Rashford, Mbappe is Woody and Buzz. Wow. So Rashford being Woody and Mbappe being the new toy on the block, Buzz. So what I'm confused about is, are they gonna keep playing when the storm clouds just pass? Or how long is this gonna go on for? Not even Woody. Here's some McDonald's Happy Meals toy. Wow. Brutal. Maybe Mr. Potato Head? Wow. Rashford's getting done dirty here. Getting done absolutely dirty. Rashford's still our poster boy. Is Rashford our poster boy? I feel like Garnacho or Kobe Mainoo have kind of stolen that position now. I think Rashford hasn't been our poster boy for a long time, to be honest, Nav. Bro, I'm going to Edeka then. Need to do some grocery shopping if the game is off. BRB 15 minutes. Oh, it's just pouring down now and all the fans are just getting absolutely soaked. Wow. Oh, look at all the fans. Where are they going? Wow, it is pouring it down. Look at this. Oh, the roof's leaking just like Old Trafford. Oh, yes. It's not just Old Trafford's, but shit. Denmark planned this lightning strike to buy them some time. Still our go-to media guy for United products. But then you say that he's our go-to guy for media products, but he's not even plastered outside Old Trafford, is he? It's Lisandro Martinez who's posted out there. Or am I completely wrong in his Rashford there as well? May as well pause this timer as well since nothing's moving there. Wait, okay, so the Denmark fans appear to be dry, but on the other side of the stadium, where the German fans are... oh, wow, there's a waterfall coming down. Okay, the German fans are getting absolutely soaked, but the Denmark fans appear to be safe. You can actually fire rockets to distract lightning to other locations. Wow. Germans didn't plan ahead. Signal Iduna Park? Listening to these commentators commentate on the weather is brilliant. Yeah, that's the most entertaining thing when stuff like this happens. It's just like watching people try and fill time. Let's see what they're saying. Signal Iduna Park. What do you mean, Nav? Is that like a water park in the Netherlands or something? Oh no, rockets in Germany. Not again. Okay, so they're still talking about the disallowed goal, which is probably what they're going to do for the next half an hour, however long this lasts. Oh yeah, good point. Is the Dortmund Stadium? Oh, this is the Dortmund Stadium. You covering the England match tomorrow as admin? 100%, 100%, Albert. I am going to be covering every single game until the end of the tournament now. So it's going to be a very busy couple of weeks. England versus the Dutch if all goes to plan. I fear for you, Nav. I really do. What makes this even funnier is that it's Germany at home and all the German fans are getting absolutely soaked, whereas the Denmark fans are just dry, drinking beer and just like celebrating, watching them get soaked. It's still pouring down from the looks of it. Fun fact, Xerxes' little brother used to live a couple streets away from me. Same as Wijnaldum's mum a couple of years ago. Oh, wow. How did you find that out, Nav? Was he known in the community or something? Dumfries' little brother played Sunday League with my friend. Wow. Xerxes used to play for Feyenoord Academy a couple of years ago. It's a small world, isn't it? What's actually the population of the Netherlands? Let's have a... What part of the Netherlands are you from again, Nav? So Netherlands, they only have a population of 17.7 million. Wow. Albert guesses 15 million. 17 million, Albert. Crazy. South Holland. In comparison, let's look at the population of the UK. Wow, so we're up to almost 68 million. So that's what interests me the most when it comes to international football. Just seeing the quality of players that come from such a small nation, or like small nations. Like, for example, when England lost to Iceland, it wasn't the fact that they're a terrible footballing team or anything like that. It was more the fact that the population of the UK is 68, 69 million, and the population of Iceland is 376.5 thousand. Like, it's ridiculous. Dang, on our tiny, smelly island, we breathe football here. You also breathe hockey. I played. I went on like a hockey tour in Holland when I was younger, and yeah, big hockey country, that's for sure. Iceland has 300,000 people. Ridiculous. Hockey never interests me, to be fair. Hockey's good, but it's a bit... It's got too many stupid rules. Like, some rules are actually pretty entertaining. Like, it's essentially the same as football in that it's 11v11. But, oh god, I'm just looking at Denmark fans in the rain. Oh, they're getting absolutely soaked. So it's essentially the same as it is in football, 11v11. Obviously, you can only shoot in the D, which is like the semicircle, or the equivalent would be the box in football. And then also, one fun rule that it does have is that there are no offsides, which means that I think the games are a lot higher scoring. I wonder what football would be like if you just took out the offside rule. Most of the guys who weren't as athletic for football played hockey. In the UK, it's either you play rugby or you play hockey. Like, not a lot of schools have football teams, so it's kind of bad in that way. Like, they don't have any leagues with like other schools to play football or anything like that. At my school, all the guys who didn't want girlfriends played hockey. I'm opting out of the girlfriend clause, so I am going to play hockey. Okay, great. Oh, let's have a look here. So, AS Roma are evaluating the potential signing of Rafael Varane and could take steps in the next few days. Interesting, very interesting. Also, shock exit for Italy. It was a shock exit in the fact that they should have done better, but then at the same time, I think everyone kind of saw it coming. Like, Italy were not performing at their best. Very poor by their standards. And throughout the entire tournament, they were a bit toothless. So They couldn't score a lot of goals, which meant even if they did get to the later stages of games, they were susceptible to conceding, and they couldn't get the 3 points, or they couldn't advance because they just can't score goals. Wasn't he close to Como? Yeah, apparently he's been speaking to Cesc Fabregas at Como, so he's definitely moving to Serie A. We know that. Is Varane still signed to United, or is he a free agent this summer? Because that means that we're not getting any money for him, doesn't it? We're only freeing up the wage bill, really. Quite interesting quotes coming out from Roy Keane, by the way. He's come out speaking on Maguire, saying, I was harsh on Maguire. You're on about the mental health of players, and I definitely crossed the line with Harry Maguire. I definitely did. You cross the line with a player, and you know it's not nice. And I played the game. I know how hard it is, but I'm also big enough. I bumped into Harry a few months ago, and I've apologised to him. Well, very humble of Roy Keane there to apologise to Harry Maguire. But yeah, it looks like ITV are now just resorting to playing highlights from the Switzerland-Italy game because we've got nothing to watch. Class act, Kino. Amen. Amen. Oh, okay. Players are out warming up. Okay, cool. We're getting ready again, guys. But yeah, you see that from Kino. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube commentators who have like torn into players, but then they haven't really given them their credit when they've come back into form or anything like that. So it's all just very dodgy, in my opinion. Also, the fact that nobody's mentioning that Neuer's 38 years old as a goalkeeper. Crazy. Neuer's still the starting goalkeeper for Germany at 38 years old. I would actually love Nagelsmann if Erik ten Hag goes. Love his style of play. Nagelsmann does seem like a decent manager. I don't know, I get... But then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was beating him in the Champions League, so... How good is he? Neuer's such a goat. Legend of the game. Maybe they're confused by his surname, because doesn't it mean new? Neuer? New? Does it? Tactically very smart. Still a very young manager, though. It'll be interesting to see what he does with this German national team. And then what club he would move to next. I'd love a big manager to move to Brighton just to see what they could do with Brighton. Neuer is new in German, so they can't work out his age. Ah. You learn something new every day. I'm here all week, folks. I'm here all week. Okay, players all warmed up. Second half looking to be underway. Nagelsmann is actually a Brighton signing. Yeah, I'd love to see Brighton with Nagelsmann. And then Chelsea will sign him, and then he'll just perform, and then he'll get them sixth, and they'll still get rid of him. Okay, drop ball here. Mosquito attack on the stadium as well. Somebody's planning Jumanji at this match. Someone is playing Jumanji at this match. Okay, let's start this timer again. We are on the 35th minute. Let's go. Okay, Schmeichel kicks the ball forward. Danes try to have 4 interrupt the match. Cheeky bastard. Schlotterback, also a very good centre-back. Yep, Schlotterback is on the... he is on the transfer list, on the scout videos. Hoping to get that one out soon as well. I'll probably aim to get the Delict one out next, then Schlotterback, and then Xerxes. That's what I'm going for. So comfortable with the ball. Okay, Germany coming forward. Cross. Header. Saved by Schmeichel. Havertz is such a bad footballer, man. Like, he literally could pick the entire goal out, and he aimed it at Schmeichel. Havertz is... he's such a... Do you guys think Havertz is a good footballer or a bad footballer? I really need to know this, because whenever I watch him, I think he's so bad, but then you hear all the updates about stats with Arsenal and all of this sort of stuff and coming in clutch, but he just... whenever I watch him, I don't think he's good. Schlotterback plus Martinez would be a great ball-playing centre-back pair. Denmark. Oh, Denmark in the box. If only someone was there to hit. Yeah, he is pants. How was Havertz scoring so many goals a couple of years ago? Depends on the day. He can be the best player. He can be the worst. Havertz, such a bad player. Havertz means oat house keeper. His lineage is not football, and it shows. Wow. Getting cursed for your name now. There's no safety. Hello. How you doing, Viv? Germany corner now. Let's see here. Way over. What are your predictions, admin? My prediction from this point is Germany will either score in the last minute of the first half or the first minute of the second half. And even though Denmark have looked fairly decent despite the first 10 minutes, Germany will control the game. Denmark do not have goals in them. And yeah, they'll potentially have chances, but they won't be able to capitalise, and Germany will win 2-0. That's what I see from here, guys. What's everyone else's score prediction? All good. Need a 3-1 Germany win with Musiala with first goal. Don't know if it seems like a high scoring game. None of the in this Euros, none of the games have really been that high scoring other than the first match with Germany versus Scotland. 3-1 Germany, probably. You think there's going to be 4 goals in this game? I'm not seeing it. To Germany. Denmark have a good defense, but we can break them down 2-0. Yeah, I see a 2-0 coming. This Euros is just own goals. I felt like in the first 8 or so games, there were like loads of great goals being scored. There was a lot of individual talent being shown, and then now it's all just a bit systematic, really. Oh, Højlund! Oh, that's terrible. He stole the ball, but then he shot into the side netting. That's terrible. He could have just passed it out. He could have just crossed it. I can see Denmark pushing and leaving himself open. Italy going out. Ha 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 ha. We got to feel bad for him, man. We got to feel bad for him. Oh wait, no, we don't, because they absolutely robbed us in 2021. Half the goals are 30-yard screens. We have a half our own goals. I told you about Fraudland. He's good for United, but I don't know. He's really not like shine. He hasn't shined in this tournament at all. I don't think Højlund has. But he's a purple patch striker. Like, if he scored a goal in the first game of the tournament, I reckon he'd be up there for like top goal scorer. But because he hasn't scored that first goal. He hasn't been able to go on a run or anything. Watch Todd Bowley submit a bid to sign own goal for Chelsea as the Euros top goal scorer. Havertz can't dribble to save his life. Who's that own goal guy? Bid 50 mil on him. Yeehaw! Or just give 130 mil for own goal. How have they got Michael Oliver and Stuart Atwell at VAR for one game? The powers that be, man. It's no surprise that they're reffing the Germany game as well. Musiala getting fouled there. Havertz almost finding Gundogan, but fails to do so, as Havertz does. Owen goal. Højlund nearly. Let's have a look. Denmark are breaking very well. And Højlund was 1-on-1, but Neuer with a great save. Neuer, who just saved that goal, by the way, is 17 years older than Højlund, the person who shot. Ridiculous. That is ridiculous. A goalkeeper at 38 as well, when all of your reflexes go and everything, like, still making big saves. Neuer is timeless. He really is. Top 5 all-time goalkeeper. 100%. 100% top 5. Who would you guys put in your top 5 all-time for goalkeepers? And that's half time. Well. Okay, so a very choppy first half, given the match being stopped because of thunderstorms and Germany dominating, but then Denmark being good on the break. I mean, so far, Germany should be a few goals up, but at the same time, they're drawing with Denmark. We drew with Denmark, and everyone lost their mind. So let's see how this game progresses. Neuer, I have beef with him. He has done some absolute howlers for me in my ultimate team, like 20 today. Buffon, Cech, Neuer, Lev Yashin, and Iker Casillas. No Khan? Are we not putting Khan in there? Yashin, Buffon, Casillas, Neuer, and David De Gea. No Van der Sar now. Yeah, no, De Gea over Van der Sar. Or even Schmeichel, maybe? Also, I'm kind of shocked that no one's mentioned this legend. Let me just pull this up. How has nobody brought up Guillermo Ochoa? Guys, come on. Get the ball knowledge sorted. Please. How have we not mentioned Ochoa? Come on, guys. Also, at the young age of Neuer's, 38 years old, Ochoa is the one. He is the one. Schmeichel better than Cech. I probably have Schmeichel ahead of David De Gea. I just love David De Gea. It's funny, Nav, because you share that trait with our other resident our other resident Dutchman, Nick, who is also a big fan of David De Gea. So David De Gea is getting a lot of love from the Netherlands. Bro, he was good in international tournaments, but there's a reason he was stuck in the mid-tier of Spanish football. World Cup guy for real, World Cup merchant. Any word of when match will resume? So the match has resumed now, Eshaw. Let me just amend this. So it was postponed, but then we've just finished with the first half. So it's all go ahead as usual now, hopefully. Cheers for the shout, by the way, Viv. If you're still in the stream, got some people spamming some stuff on the Discord, but gonna get them blocked. Ecstasy underscore. Okay, let's try and block them. Who do you think will win? Eshaw, I'm going with a Germany 2-0 win. But then having said that, this has been the tournament of upsets, so Denmark could get a shock goal, but nah, I'm going a 2-0 Germany win. I think they'll score very early on in the second half, compose themselves, and yeah, get that victory. Who do you think is going to win, Eshaw? But yeah, Hoyland. I mean, Denmark have had a few opportunities here. It's just we haven't really, we just haven't really seen it. We haven't seen them convert a lot. It shows that they can play attacking football. It's just England seem to make every team and every match seem boring, which could be a good thing in a cup competition. No bother, mate. Spamming seemed very sketchy. Yeah, very sketchy. You get that on Discord, to be honest. Wouldn't be surprised if Denmark win. Yeah, I know. It's maybe this tournament will be so full of upsets that England actually win it. What about that, guys? Yeah, we'll have to get past the Netherlands, but I think we can do it. Joe Cole, my ultimate team king, on here and being punditry. Joe Cole, bloody hell. We will win. England got no chance. Nav. You need to wake up. Depay hat trick. Come on. You think that he's going to get a hat trick? All he can afford is a headband, mate. Like, he can't even get a hat anywhere. He's not getting a hattie. Come on. Come on, Nav. Wake up. Come on. Come on. Smell the coffee. Smell the coffee. Admin, I got a great question for you. Who's your all-time Premier League starting 11? I'd have to put a lot of thought into that, but just for the sake of answering it quickly, I'll give you the answer that I had like a few years ago. So I think the answer that I had was... I'll type it in the chat. I've actually changed one of my options actually from what I put a few years ago. Okay. Just typing this out now for my Premier League starting 11. May need to make some amendments to this. Oh, I forgot who I put for this. I'm struggling on two positions where I can't remember what I put. Oh no, I can't put that. Let's go with this. I feel like I need to change one of these players. But that's my Premier League starting 11. I think I need to change gigs, but I need to look at wingers properly. Everyone, get your all-time starting 11, Premier League starting 11 in the chat so I can have a look and see who I missed, who I'm going to be kicking myself with, because I literally just thought of that on the spot. Terry had a Vidic? Yeah, 100%. Vidic, good, but Terry, if you look at his career overall, Terry was better than Vidic, 100%. You're also putting another leader in your team. Like, I'm not saying Vidic wasn't a leader, but Terry was the guy for Chelsea. Like, think of all the records that Chelsea held under Mourinho when Terry was in the defence, like conceding only like 14 goals at home and all of this sort of stuff throughout an entire season, or 14 goals altogether throughout an entire season. You've got to give the man credit where credit's due. I can already see Xhaka slicing Jude in the quarters. Oh no. Don't say it, Viv. Looks like Germany and Denmark took Thunder and Lightning to a whole new level on the scoreboard. The match was electrifying, but I guess Lightning had other plans for the scoreline. Riley's back again. Schmeichel, Cole, Vidic, Terry. Vidic over Ferdinand, Viv. Okay, that's interesting. Neville, Scholes, Gerrard, Keno, Rooney, Henry. Henry is who I forgot. Okay, Henry instead of Giggs. Henry, Cristiano, and Shearer. Henry, yeah, okay. That's who I forgot. Okay, so Schmeichel over Van der Sar. You can make a debate for either, I think, but Schmeichel was involved in a lot of like iconic moments in the Premier League. I definitely would swap Giggs for Henry now because I completely forgot about him. But Viv, what I'm wondering with yours is what's the formation if it's Schmeichel, Cole, Vidic, Terry Neville? Okay, that's a back four. Also, I think Carl Walker's a better right back than Neville, if I'm being honest. I think he is. I think Neville was the best of his time, but if we're looking at all time, I think Walker's just better than him. Like if you put Neville in today's game, or you put Walker in back then, where like there was limited all of this sort of stuff and everything, or you put Neville, if you put a young Gary Neville in today's game, and he's got access to the best equipment, best physical stuff, all of that sort of stuff. I still think Carl Walker would be better than Neville in both eras. Okay, second half underway soon. But who else? So your midfield would be. How are you? Okay, so you're putting Scholes, Gerrard, Keno. Okay, I can see them. And then Rooney, Henry, Cristiano. Oh, Rooney's not a winger, man. So you're putting Rooney as striker and then Henry on the left and Cristiano on the right, I'm guessing. Van der Sar, Cole, Rio, and then Navs is Cole, Rio, Vidic, Neville. I don't know. Scholes, Keane, Ronaldo, Henry, Rooney, Shearer. So then, but you've put like 4 attacking players in your squad, Viv. So where's Rooney playing? Is he playing Cam? Because that team would get overrun. Schmeichel, Cole Palmer. Yo, I just the absolute madman defending man. I just love the absolute madman defending man. Brexit over Rolls Royce for me. Rio and Vidic, greatest Premier League duo. Nah, I can't put City Scum over my guy Soz. Walker only has pace on Neville. I disagree, admin. Yup. Lauren James is winger. 4-4-2. Nah. When you look at Walker's career and you look at Gary Neville's career, they're almost the equivalent in trophies. They're almost the equivalent. Like Gary Neville's won 2 Champions Leagues. Walker's only won 1. I think Premier Leagues, they're probably pretty close. I think Walker just edges Gary Neville. one team earned it, other team bought it. Yeah, 100%. But that takes credit away from the club and the manager. It doesn't take credit away from the players. If the players are still good players, then like there's nothing the players can do about that. Like Kyle Walker didn't choose. Well, he chose to sign for City, but he didn't choose to like. Oh, Denmark have scored! Denmark 1-0. Oh, it's getting interesting. Who was it? Who scored? Okay, so this flips the script. I thought Germany were going to be the ones who scored very early on, but it's actually Denmark. Okay, now Michael Oliver's looking at VAR. What's going on here? Never more Premier Leagues with less charges. But the players aren't the ones who are subject to the charges, it's the club. Neville Moore. I understand. I get it. So the goal's being checked. Oh, come on, let the goal stand. Give us some excitement in this tournament. VAR again. Why is Michael Oliver in Germany? Shouldn't he go back to England to get ready for the new Premier League season? My thoughts exactly, Riley. Okay, goal wiped off. Ugh. Never more Premier Leagues with less charges. I can see what you mean. I mean, I just feel like you say all he has is pace over him. I think if Kyle Walker was around back in the day, I think he would have been a very, very good player. Get Oliver shipped back to England. He's not good in Germany. There's been a penalty now. What? No way. No way. Come on. Handball. Okay, penalty to Germany for handball from looks of it. This is actually ridiculous. How is he supposed to move his hand from there? It's like a meter away from him. Admin, take Oliver back. Nah, we knew this was going to happen. Okay, yeah. Germany advance. Of course they do. Ridiculous. Okay, I'm not going to look at the chat. I want to see if his penalty goes in or not. Come on, Havertz, miss. Miss Havertz. Come on. Give us some excitement, Havertz, please. Miss. Shoots. Oh, Schmeichel goes the wrong way, but he can't get there. It's 1-0. It's Chelsea. Not Chelsea, Germany. Because Christians support Chelsea, I've just automatically assumed that it's Chelsea playing now. Oh, this is what happens when you stream twice in one day. Ridiculous. Well, Christian having the time of his life. Well, the 2-0 scoreline is still on the cards. Big up Riley. 100% not a bot confirmed now. Go on, Christian. I'm a Chelsea fan too. At Christian. Oh, Riley. We've got Todd Bowley's bots in the chat. What's going on? Well. Haha, love it. Damn, Riley beat for bot allocations. Right, Christian. Where do you go with Chelsea women and our new manager, Sonia Bombasta? What is going on? 3-1 is also still on the cards. Nah, I feel like Denmark's spirit is destroyed now. Denmark aren't getting a goal. And Germany definitely aren't conceding after just scoring. How has Kai Havertz scored 18 goals this season? It doesn't make sense. I mean, not to be cancelled, but man, don't really care about women's football unless it's Germany. I don't think that's cancelable in the slightest, to be honest. I don't know a lot about women football, but aren't the Netherlands really good? I mean, the idea that it would be cancelable to say that you don't care about women's football is like crazy to me, to be honest. Like, I mean, people have different interests, don't they? Havertz started like every game at striker. Admit it's 2024. You might be at risk if you even say the word woman. You know that thing, but it's not a man. But it's great. It's really good, and I don't want to say anything bad. You know that thing. I mean, in this case, they're 7 times WSL success, matching with Aston Villa's league titles. Well, admin, do you know what is up with the Women's United team? I honestly, no, I don't. I don't, to be honest. I'm not going to lie and say and pretend like I do. I have no idea what's going on with the Women's United team. I couldn't name a United women's player. I honestly do not have the time to watch that. And not the 1920s anymore. Havertz, 1-on-1. Oh! How did he miss that? Havertz is so bad. He tried to chip it as well. That was an amazing first touch from him, and then he just can't get it on target. Oh, he's so bad. This is unacceptable. I mean, why Sir Jim Ratcliffe have to move a women's team out of their training ground? Admin, get educated on women's football. Can I suggest watching the WSL 24-25 season? You can suggest it, but in all honesty, Riley, when I've got the time, I would get into women. Well, I'd get into United specifically. United's women's team. I would follow it if I had the time, but at the moment, yeah, I do not have the time to watch the women's team and the men's team. That's just it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous, my friend. Michael Oliver really stinking out this game at the moment. Well, I like Mary Earps, but she's apparently leaving this summer. Ooh. I think United got the best goalkeeper in the world. Okay, Germany with a throw in. Okay, Germany on the ball. Leroy Sané, right wing. Yes, in the world, I think. Viv, that is correct. She is off to En Francais and PSG. Oh, she's leaving United as well. England's number 1, I believe. Am I wrong? Okay, Denmark on the attack here. Denmark cutting in. Oh, good defending there. Good defending by Schlotterbeck, or Schlotterbeck rather. Hey, Germany coming forward again. England women manager is apparently Dutch as well. Colonized for real. Wow. Let's get up the Euro 2024 bracket. Oh, Kai Havertz is through. Does a little turn. Finds Sane and absolutely skews it. Terrible. England's women's manager got Euro over history teacher. I feel like I've seen her. And yeah, she really does. Okay, let's have a look here, boys. So this is the bracket for Euro 2024. England v Slovakia tomorrow. I will be live for that. Well, I'm going to be live for pretty much every game here. So should England pass the Slovakian test, we will face Switzerland. And then should we face Switzerland and pass that test, which, if we're being honest, Switzerland have been one of the most impressive teams in the entire tournament, we would make it to the semi-final where we could either face Austria, Turkey, Netherlands, or Romania. But surely, Nav, if you do beat Romania, which you really should, and Austria should beat Turkey, are you not worried about facing Austria? Are you not worried about facing Austria given the fact that you lost 3-2 to them? Jesus, what a miss by Sane. Should. More like won't. Nah, we will. And also, the Netherlands, they will beat Romania. Come on, surely. Admin face reveal if England lose tomorrow. Nah, the face reveal is going to come in a few years, probably. Unlike Southgate, Wigman can win trophies. She won the Euro 2 times, the Netherlands, her home country, and England. Well, but she doesn't wear a waistcoat, so now we got Austria in the bag. So you think you're making it all the way to the semi-final? Oh, Denmark with a shot there. I think it was from Højlund. Shot was straight at Neuer though. So yeah, looks like you've got a pretty easy path to the semi-final. I mean, realistically, the Netherlands have the easiest path to the final because you've got to beat Romania, then you've got to beat Austria or Turkey, and then you've got to beat England or Switzerland. So Netherlands do have the easiest path to the final. But let's have a look down here. So Germany are probably going to have to face, should the score stay as it is, are going to have to face Spain or Georgia. France vs Belgium, that's going to be a great game. And they will probably have to face Portugal. It'd be a shock if Slovenia beat Portugal. Who do we have with France versus Belgium, guys? Austria had them on the ropes last time, absolutely schnitzeled. Koeman knows what to do. Our players were terrible as well. It was one of those days. We played. Well, I haven't really seen any like convincing Netherlands performances, if I'm being honest now. You only won 2-1 against Poland, you drew against France, and you lost against Austria, so it's not been amazing. Fun question, worst Prem team of all time. People always mention Derby County, don't they? Somehow managed to hold on. Koeman masterclass for making us lose against Austria for easy draw. Oh, Germany forward again. And it's a goal from Musiala. That's 2-0 to Germany. And now we're going to begin to see the capitulation of Denmark. Someone managed to hold on. I think France will win, but both these teams are so effing boring. GG. GG Germany, 2-0. Germany are definitely through to the round of 16 now. France, I can potentially see Belgium shizhouse it. I think Belgium could beat France, to be honest. I think that would be a shock. I could see that happening. Need a goal each from each team. Don't get your hopes up, Viv. GG. No, I meant like worst 11, like we did for best. Oh, okay. Oh god. We could be here all day if we're doing the worst 11. But yeah, from the looks of it, we're going to have Switzerland, England, Netherlands, Austria, Germany, Spain. I'm going to go with Belgium here. Belgium and Portugal. I think France are going to get knocked out early. Definitely see there being an upset there. Kevin De Bruyne, a pinpoint cross on Lukaku's head. It all depends which Lukaku turns up. If it's the Lukaku that's constantly been offside, then Belgium are screwed. However, if Belgium finally start converting their chances, then they could easily beat France. I mean, France have been Waza. I told you a lot about the frogs before this tournament. Yeah, you're not rating the N'Golo Kante Renaissance, Christian. You're not rating N'Golo Kante's rebirth, Mark II, Electric Boogaloo. Lukaku should have stayed at Inter. Nah, Lukaku. I don't want to see Lukaku in an Inter shirt again after what he did against Man City in that Champions League final. He bottled chance after chance after chance. Like, man, that guy. Chelsea was his biggest mistake. Him and the goalkeeper are the only ones who have shown something. Denmark have 19 minutes to get a goal back to create some panic. Let's see if they can do it. I meant his first term before moving to Chelsea. He was world class at Inter with Latoro. Oh yeah, 100%. It made no sense why he went back to Chelsea, to be honest. Like, I mean, and didn't he regret it like 2 weeks after he signed? It made no sense. Well, I guess financially it probably made sense. did make sense. Money. Didn't they give him 375k? But oh, Jesus Christ, to Lukaku. Chelsea are mental, man. And Chelsea needed a striker. Okay, Denmark coming forward here. And Germany defend well yet again. Even though, I mean, if Denmark had taken their chances, they could have very well scored a couple of goals against Germany. I mean, one thing you can say is that England looked a lot more defensively sound against Denmark than Germany have. You guys have your own wage issues. Let's not point fingers here, admin. We have 2 wage issues pretty much, and they're going to be gone in the next 2 years, is my guess. Okay, corner from Christian Eriksen. What can he do? England defend with 11 men. Yeah, that's true as well. They didn't create many chances against us, but we also didn't create many chances against them, so that's a fair point, Nav. Fair point. But remember, this is tournament football. It's not about necessarily winning in normal time, it's just not losing. Come on, Southgate. Come on, England. Germany play to win, England play to not lose. Harry Kane was playing left back. Should have been left back in the changing rooms, if you know what I mean. Bloody hell. I am very much interested in seeing what 11 Southgate picks tomorrow, though. That will be quite interesting. Do you think that Gareth Southgate should pick Mainu, or who would everyone have as Southgate's starting midfield? Lad, all I got for worst 11 is Val, Mustafi, Jemba carriers. Do you mean Val Veghorst for worst starting 11? Are you being serious with? But that's what you guys get when you don't play Cold Puff. Mainu, 100%. Mainu definitive starter. Okay. Okay, so we're going Mainu, Rice, Bellingham, which I think should have started the tournament to begin with, to be honest. I think now Mainu's got a few more minutes. Southgate hopefully won't be as reluctant to use him, because we need someone who can progress the ball rather than Trent, who's just looking to like put long balls over the top to no one, because no one's running in behind, and Mainu will actually be able to maintain possession. But get ready for Connor to do absolutely nothing for 80 minutes, only for Mainu to look good in the last turn. Admin, did you see Cold Palmer negative aura memes? I did. I also saw the one video where it was like the reporter asking him a very blatant question on like whether he likes to be played or not, and then he just says, "What was the question again?" Cole Palmer really just does not look like a footballer, but he's a class footballer. Christian, is Gallagher a 6 or an 8? Denmark on the ball. Hoyland slipping. Musiala is such an interesting dribbler because he looks gangly when he runs, but he keeps the ball so well. Okay, 3 subs for Denmark. Can they do anything to change this result? Or are they going to be going out of this competition? Musiala close control is elite. He has a pair of legs with limitless energy. Great when you play big teams, shit when you want to control a game. More of an 8, but not 100%. So what you're saying is maybe put him on at extra time. So then he's got limitless energy. The game will be a bit more choppy then. He'll be able to actually take advantage of tired legs, but you wouldn't want to start him. Like a hybrid, but more on the 8 side. See, I think the reason Rice and Mainu would complement each other so well is because they're both not 6s. Because Mainu's not a 6. He is better when he's further up the pitch. Like, we've seen him score amazing goals. We've seen him with great assists, great touches. But what Declan Rice and Mainu can do is that when one sits deep, the other can go forward. And they're both very flexible in that way. We don't need an out-and-out 6 in the side. We just need 2 players who can play both 6 and 8 and have a good partnership. Problem is, Rice can't sit deep and do the cruise roll. No, he can't. He did it well at West Ham because they were sitting so deep, but when you actually want to play football, he can't do that. Denmark proving to be as toothless as that's going to be offside. I'm now enjoying myself on Glastonbury viewings from home. Coldplay time, says Riley Taylor. But isn't Gallagher and Mainu a better pair, as Gallagher can do all the dirty work and running for Mainu? But Declan Rice can do the running. Like, Declan Rice can do everything Mainu can do. Everything that Gallagher can do. So the conclusion is you need Calvin Phillips back. Oh, God. Maybe Southgate was cooking after it. No! All you have to do is put Declan Rice in there with Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu does not give up possession. Declan Rice sometimes gives up possession. And then Bellingham is just there to do whatever he wants. Declan Rice and Mainu would be able to build up possession and progress us up the pitch. 100%. Gallagher is just running around. He's not making passes. Coldplay class saw him in Gothenburg like 6 years ago. Shout out to Coldplay. Chris Martin, big fan of the channel. Havertz coming forward and completely tackled. Bloody hell. How is this guy a professional football? In my opinion, Rice is doing too much. He should just keep it simple and let the creative players do the creating. Then you say let the creative players do the creating. There's no shape in the team, so it's like how are they going to create chances when there's no shape? You've got Foden who wants to come inside. You've got Saka who... What has Saka done this entire tournament other than that cross for Jude Bellingham? You've got Bellingham who wants to run in behind. You've got Kane who's dropping in deep. You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold who's doing absolutely nothing the entire game. It's a hard one, really. I think Kobe Mainu, if he came in, he could take the load off of Rice. So then Rice only has to focus on building up the play. And only has to think defensively as well. Yeah, he has built up to be some god-tier midfielder. He's really good, but can't do everything himself. Looks more like Couscous than Rice so far. That's Southgate to figure out. Like, I'm not being funny, but Kobe Mainu was in a midfield that beat Pep Guardiola's Man City and won the FA Cup. And you think that he's not good enough to play Slovakia or Slovenia? What? I just don't get it. I don't get the... Also, if you actually watched Kobe Mainu's post-match interview when he played the other night, he was literally saying, I am ready to play. Like, play me. Admin, how does it feel to be eliminated in our comp? Have I been eliminated? Can I not make up the points now? Oh, you mean the Denmark just came online to ask that? Oh yeah, the sweepstake. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun while it lasted, okay, Nick? Did you have Germany, by the way, Nick? But thank you for coming online just to ask me how it feels to be eliminated. Thank you very much. Yeah, 2-1 Germany. Wow. Sidegate smoking strong shiz. Not dropping Foden or Bellingham for Gordon or Palmer, or getting Mainu or Adam in the midfield. Have Portugal on the sweep. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. What do you guys think of the midfield of Rice, Bellingham, and Foden? So Rice and Bellingham sitting next to each other, and Foden in the cam position. What does everyone think about that midfield? Quick on the ban hammer, admin. Bravo. Yeah, Viv gave me the shout early, so happy with that. No balance at all would get run over. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Jude's not exactly known. I don't think he's known for building up play, but I don't know. Maybe he can do just everything. All I know is if we get knocked out of this tournament and Mainu doesn't start in the midfield for one game, I'm going to be pissed. I want to see an England-Netherlands game. Would be the most boring get to watch in the whole Euro. No shots on target. Wasn't Jude at 8 at Birmingham? He was indeed, I believe. But then now his game at Real Madrid is pretty much playing as a second striker. Almost how Dele Alli was playing with Harry Kane when he was actually good at Tottenham. Mainu is the backbone of England. I prefer Mainu and choosing between Bellingham or Foden. At this point, Jude might need to be dropped. He has been a detriment in the build-up play. Ooh, okay. It's so interesting. It is very interesting with Southgate because now he does have an embarrassment of riches. So he's got a lot of options. So we actually get to see, okay, how is he as a manager? Can he make the right choices? And is he going to prove all of us wrong? Let's find out tomorrow at 5 o'clock live on the Old Truthford YouTube channel. But as for now, Germany have to hold out for 4.5 minutes. And Germany are forward here. And it looks like it was a goal, but it was actually offside. Well, got to go. Good to see you, and Godspeed. Godspeed, Nick. Have a nice night, man. What a goal. That was a decent goal, but it was offside, wasn't it? Or does it stand? What's going on here? Denmark really have had no things go their way tonight. Offside, cool. Wirtz as a Bruno replacement. Why? He's too expensive, number one. And number two, why did we sign Mason Mount? Why did we sign Mason Mount? Still begs for question. We could have got him out for free this season. That's the saddest thing because he spent the entire season injured. We could have actually got him for free. Could have saved 60 mil there. But that's football. Who knew we were going to pick up that many injuries? Who knew that? Who knew that was going to happen? Who knew? Signed Judas Mount. Sorry, just had to let it out. Awesome. Cheers, Christian. Denmark. Can't even get one goal to celebrate. Rudiger is such an over-the-top defender, isn't he? And that's that. Okay, so Germany advance through, and Denmark have been eliminated. Havertz also failing to score in the last minute, which is, you love to see it. But yeah, let's see how this bracket's looking now then. It's still live. Let's have a look. In reality, it has been an absolute domination for Germany. 14 shots, 8 on target. Schmeichel's made a few saves. A lot of shots have been directly at him. But yeah, GG. It's actually Germany's tournament to lose. It's looking like it, but then they did struggle against Switzerland, so you got to factor that in, and they haven't played any big teams yet, so... Also, remember, Nav, a home nation has not won the Euros in 40 years, so Germany would be breaking major records if they won this Euros. This game's still going on my screen. Switzerland looking like a bigger team than England so far. They are indeed. That is, I'm not going to argue with that. But yeah, let's see if England can turn it around and actually make this a tournament worth remembering. We will be live for the England v... Oh, let's have a look at it. We will be live for the England v... I keep forgetting the bloody country. England v... Slovakia, not Slovenia, not Serbia, Slovakia. England v Slovakia. We will be live at 5 o'clock for that. So if you're free, pop by. But early predictions for tomorrow. England are going to win convincingly, and we're going to win 2-0. Let's see. Who else is playing tomorrow? Spain v Georgia. Spain are going to win 3-2. I think Georgia will actually properly be up for it, and they will. 3-1 actually. Spain 3, Georgia 1. Georgia will get a shot goal, but Spain will dominate the game and score 3 goals. England are going to dominate Slovakia after a dodgy group stage, and England will win 2-0, and people will walk away from the game thinking, oh, that could have been 4-0, that could have been 5-0 for England, after Southgate makes the correct changes. So, those are the predictions for tomorrow. We will be live for both games, and yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow for the England v Slovakia game. But as for now, hope you all have a lovely evening, and Godspeed.